Everyone, I'm gonna make some coffee. Come back up here. You can hear my voice is still shot, but you know, it'll be all right.
Welcome to
We have a ton to do today, everybody. We're going over all the things that I saw at GenCon. We're talking about how Dubby has gotten me through the last couple of days. I've been my sponsor for a while, but I haven't talked about him much. Simply because I didn't know if it was something I was going to use. I sound like a frog. We have some other stuff set up in the room now that didn't used to be set up. This last show. Just a lot of news to go over today. Like, a lot of news. Little corpse mother before we start, though, of course. Yeah, the music is low, Nick, because people have been bitching about the music being too loud during shows. It lets me see all the highlights of the people who have backed the show on YouTube. That's awesome. I didn't know if it was going to work with all my plugins, but here we are. Well, it's time, everybody. Let's get this song going. What is up, everybody? It is Brighton here. It is daytime. I have been traveling for the last couple of days on top of GenCon. I came home and had to work immediately. It's been wildly busy here. Wildly busy in EFP. In EFP land, I should say. You can hear my voice is cached. I'm dialing in the music a little bit, so there's not so loud on my end. You can see that our tarantula finally got his big home. He's got his big home with the big lights, right? Everything on. I'm going to turn this a little bit. He crawls all over this thing. You may or may not see him while he's around in here. Right now, he is hiding. I'm going to turn these lights off. Plant lights. So it's not blinding everybody in this thing. This is going to get changed up. I think I'm going to have hanging lights, or I'm going to put them on the back. But I use them just to keep the plants lit. I just don't like these two cables here. I don't like this. So usually during the shows, I take them, I put them down here. So I had to figure something else out for those. But other than that, everybody, how have you all been? It is Corpse Talk Live. This is the replacement for EFP Live, for those who are wondering how it looked different. So I have a ton to go over. We have news from GenCon. We have my sponsor that I've been using for months now, and I finally think I'm ready to kind of actually pimp them. I wanted to make sure I like the product. Tons of product down here to showcase. And I get to talk about the events that I ran with Rage Gaming, which I didn't even put those on. I guess I could put those on. Hold on here. Rage events. They made sunglasses for everybody for Rage events. The side of it has got the Rage Events logo on it. There's simple glasses. I'll get into why we use these. There was actually a reason these were at the tables. But yeah, other than that, how's everybody been? I feel like I haven't seen you guys since July. I think 27th was the last show. I see a lot of people in chat. I see Kyle, I see Star Drew, I see Nessie, I see Serving Hands. I had the music really low because in the last couple of my first few Mythic Bastion Lands shows, people complained that it was too loud, which I went back and listened, and there's some spots where some of the mixes that White Bat had popped really loud, but I can't do anything about that. It shouldn't be as bad for this show. Like right now, it's at like -35, which should be pretty comfortable, and I should be talking over them. I think people are wearing headphones, and it's louder for those people wearing headphones. That's my guess. Yes, more sunglasses to add to my collection. Hamster hookup with a good life? That's not a hamster, sir. That is a tarantula. It's a purple bloom tarantula, and this light is on here. Hold on. I'll show you. This light is sitting on a purple heart plant. In here. Back it up a little bit. That's a purple heart plant inside. It turns purple with sunlight. So I'm trying to get the color back into it. It's about 50% good again. But it is crammed in here. This thing is getting so big. He's hiding in the castle. So in the back of this, if I do this in the front, you might be able to see it. There's a castle in the back. See it? And his old fist is still in here. But yeah. I still haven't named him yet. I didn't want to name him when he was orange turning purple. Because they start orange and they turn purple. So. Hellboy made it. Yeah, I had to bring Hellboy. I figure he landed there. So, a bunch of stuff happened at Con. Where do we want to start? Do we want to start with the news? Or do we want to go over product? What do you guys feel like doing first? There's news on all over the place. There's some amazing news during this as well. I'm down for either one. Yeah, he wanders all over it. He wanders all over it. This is a birthday present, too, for one of the fans, so thank you. Show and tell. All right, we'll start with show and tell. So let's go over, let's get this segment ready. We're going to go over what I picked up or was given or found or last minute purchases at GenCon. So let me give you a little preference on GenCon 2025. GenCon 2025 was amazing. I originally thought I was going to go by myself. My normal crew couldn't go. But my buddy Micah from the local co-op out here for Dragon Sandbox. If you live in Milwaukee, it is a group that makes really high-end tabletop gaming events for D&D where you can keep playing and level a character, similar to organized play. We recently decided to make it a co-op. We're going through that process right now so that everybody who's a GM on the board, along with the gentleman who founded it, we can go through and make sure we're making the right decisions. So I'm helping with like marketing and branding and helping relate to the players and make sure that we're giving them what they need when we go to play. We have a community person, we have a tech person, we have someone running just the Discord. So he got to come with me instead, and it was his first Gen Con, which is awesome. My crew has always had we've always said that we will always bring a new person if we can to Gen Con every year, so they can experience it the best way possible. And we said that because we wanted to make sure that people understood that it doesn't have to be about the anxiety. It doesn't have to be about the getting swamped. It doesn't have to be about anything but meeting amazing people that, one, you get to see the people who make the industry work, from the event coordinators and everything out. So that was really cool. It was a riot. I ran 3 games with Rage Events with Ben Eastman, Tim Hitchcock. Tim's a dear friend of mine. I've known him since, God knows, Paizo First Edition, I think, when he was writing for them. Heavily writing for them. And then I was at the Ennies. I got my credit card was given to somebody else. That person it was given to is a friend of mine. He texted me once I was home. I already canceled the card, but the irony of who it was, I got jumped behind the crown. We'll get into that as well. I'm fine to separate that from being a problem. And yeah, man, it was an amazing show. Amazing show. I got to hang with Adam and Diana and with Drew. Of course, all my other friends that are there. And then Mike, I got to meet all these wonderful people as well. So, show and tell it is. We're going to start with the last thing. Last 2 things that I got. We'll cue it up for the last 2. We're going to go in reverse. Last 2 things that I got. Ready? Let's do this. I'm going to put a little ad up. Where are you at? I'm going to record this section so I can put it out separate. 3. Oh, let's get a song for this. Hold on. I want to give you guys a precursor before I start this. I'm going to use one of the new songs you guys haven't heard yet. 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, it is time to go over all the pickings that I got from GenCon. This is going to be a little bit longer video than those 15-minute shorties, but I think it's worth it. I'm going to have a bunch of places you can pick them up if I know where you can get them. On top of that, I'm going to put affiliate links down below for things you can grab off Amazon, for things that were given us, if you want to help support the show. If you have questions during this section, pop them in chat. I'll put them up. I'll answer everything that I can. This is being recorded from a live show because that's just how I roll. With that said, Clever Smother playing me in with Lancelot. Let's take a look at the first item on the pot of things that I got. So, Warlock tiles are a pretty common thing. This is one of the last things I got during one of the events. I got 2 packs. I'll be moving a lot during this, everybody. So, if you've ever seen Warlock tiles before, if you're a fan of terrain, these Warlock tiles are amazing. And if you're doing the Ultimate Dungeon terrain, the big circles, wherever I put mine, it's around here somewhere. Those circles, these are really great for. So you can see all the different versions on here. They sell out all the time. There's $100 kits, there's $41 kits, and so on, right? Let me show you the ones I got. So these were given to me by Rage Events. I think Ben had gotten them in. Pull up my dice cam. So I got two versions. This is Doors and Archways. Big fan of this. Oh, I have it upside down. I don't even have to do that. I forgot I flipped it. I can do it my way to make life easier. So you got Doors and Archways. I like this a lot. I'm a big fan of what this is. I'm going to move this back a little bit. You guys should still be able to hear me. I'm trying to be loud enough. You got little trap doors here. You got a secret wall door here that rotates. You got double doors, port cutlass, or if you're Brian Waz, porculus. I'll never forget Brian. A little round one, a little hobbit gate, a secret wall, two other gates, and this. So this is really good to set on UDT terrain. I'm a big fan of these. And they go with like the walls and stuff I built, and they're really good for breachers, which I'm excited about it. And these aren't cheap. They're not like they're not insanely expensive, but they sell out all the time. Like all the time. So for example, in chat, I'll slap one of the terrain pieces in here for you. I'll also make sure that all my links for the affiliate stuff is down below. On top of that one, we also have this one. This is my favorite of the two. Dude. I'm so happy about this one. Little tiny walls and like pillars, mini stairs, a rail system, a ladder system, and these all stack up, and you can like make your different standing areas out of them. Spiral staircases that you can stack on these blocks underneath them and make it really tall. These are amazing. Easily my favorite of the two. So that's Warlock tiles. We're trying to burn through the server. Warlock tiles, love them, think they're great. Now, there's more. So, on top of that, at the end of the con, I stopped by Shadowdark. I didn't get to go there all week. I didn't get to stop by the booth. Kelsey got to present at the Ennies, which was super awesome. To kind of pass on the torch to other people. They weren't up for anything this year. I'm sure they will be with all their Western Reaches stuff coming out. But I stopped by and gave them a collector's edition version of Breachers, because they have been supporting their third-party community so well. I wanted to make sure that they had a copy of it. So I gave them one of the cool double print ones that I have. my true Xerox color versions. They're really cool looking. So I stopped by. Michael from High Noon Games, Cameron Mass, who lives out by me in Milwaukee, was also there, which I was super excited for. And they gave me their low-level adventure for Shadowdark. And I think we're going to use this for our next Breachers in Shadowdark. I think we're going to play this for like whatever the next section that our Berserker and our Cartographer get into for trouble. So, with that, check this out. So this is the little fungal problem. You know what half the people at Gen Con have from swimming in the pools. Don't, little life advice. Don't swim in the pools at Gen Con unless it's day one or the day before. So, this is the fungal problem. Quick overview. It's a very small one. It's from High Noon and JP. JP makes really cool products. He did a really good box set recently. But really simple. I can see JP's artwork already in this. I love this kind of simple maps. Cute little art for different mushrooms. Stalk-looking people. Look at this. Very simple. A healer's domain has been overtaken by fungal foes. Without help, a friend is doomed to a mycelial fate. So I got this there, gave them a copy. Super excited to see what comes out of this. On top of that, I'm a miniature fan. My buddy Drew is also a miniature fan. Drew from the show. But I was walking by, if you ever go to Gen Con, hot tip. Running around the outside edge of the con is faster than trying to go through any lane. Like, even if you got to get to the metal, run to the outside, go around the edge, come back to the middle. Don't try to walk the center of people's wagons and strollers and triple-decker backpacks. On the edge, I saw a miniature company. I always look at miniatures because there's so many more now than there used to be, with STLs being able to print more efficiently. And I picked up, I want to use this for the Keeper of Secrets. But it's only 30 bucks. And this is the King in Yellow. If you're a Cthulhu fan, you know about the King in Yellow. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous model. Like, look at the details on this thing. And when it's done, it stands about, I would say about this high. It's a big model. And like, for hand placement, it's about that big. So the King in Yellow, I picked this up. Really cool. I don't know the name of the studio because it was I believe they were, I want to say they were Korean, but I'm not positive. So anyway, there are some QR here. This has like the how to assemble, but I'll find out who this is and I'll put this in the list below. I think I might have a business card for them. With that said, this company who made this one was there, and they have now glow in the dark and UV paints. The booth was so busy, I didn't get to pick it up, but I will be back there to pick that up for them. This is the other one, King in Yellow, great piece. I'll find out where it's from. They have a whole line of models that are all Cthulhu based. Now, on to the next. I had to run a bunch of events. At one of the events for Rage, I put all my terrain in one of these. I'm going to flip this. So I do is I'll fucking the keyboard. Actually, I'll just hold it. The gentleman made torch timers. He 3D printed these gorgeous little torch timers so that when they don't have a torch on, it's like this. When they do have a torch on, it's like this. They're pretty durable, pretty flexible. And so he printed these out. Every player got one and every GM got one. So I'm going to be using this for my torch timers. You give it to the person who's carrying a torch. I might see if I can have him print me a few more of these, because I'd like one for every player at my table. They're super cool looking. This was awesome. But that brings me to the other thing I bought. I have been using Mantic terrain for a while. They make these great rubberized style, like they're really durable terrain set pieces. And I picked up one of the last boxes of something there. So I already owned the walls, but I picked up, let me put these back, I picked up another kit. They're hard to find, but at GenCon, they sell these for like, I think it's like 35% off. I believe Micah grabbed some as well. So let me grab the box for this. If I can reach it. They're all the stuff. Because that's going to take us to something else we have to talk about. All right. I picked up the new adventure terrain. Excuse me. This is all of the insides of a place. You saw some of it here, right? But I wanted you to see it all. This is their adventurer's crate. So it's like pillars, setting up the inside of room tables, really ornate chairs, targeting, things that practice all your targeting stuff. Really awesome. I can't recommend these enough. And on top of that, and I don't know why they do this. I haven't figured this out yet. I tore them off. They do Mantic points, and you collect your Mantic points like old Kool-Aid points, and you can turn them in for something. I don't know what it's for yet. I haven't looked it up. This is like my third box of these, but getting the Gen Cons what I usually do, because they're 35% off. I think they do that at most cons, if you see Mantic at a different con. Now, with that said, the next couple things are doozies and stuff that we're going to be doing on the show. So I think instead, I'm going to show off the dice instead. Dice and necro molds. So if you guys know me, I've been using necro molds a lot lately. I forgot to bring mine to Gen Con, as I was in a rush getting out, but I had to run a event for Rage, and fire was involved. This temple was so bright that you got to wear shades, and that's what these were for. Because in order to see in all the light, they had to wear these. Whoever was wearing them, you know, that kind of like let everybody see in the light. With that, that was the torch carrier. With that, this is necromolds. If I've never shown necromolds off, I'm going to show you quickly how I use this during the show. Or during the... I keep saying show. I'm so used to streaming now. How I use this during the game. So while they were talking, I'd be like, all right, well, what do you guys want to do? Like, what are you doing behind the screen? Don't worry about it. What are you guys doing? There's a whole bunch of these fiery gremlins showing up. How do you want to handle this? You set it and you press it, right? But while they're talking, I wouldn't stop making them. I would keep opening these up, and I would keep making little fucking monsters. Instead of bringing minis with me, I brought spell clay, which is kind of like a... It's similar to Play-Doh, but it's not 100% the same. And I would make these little tiny bastards and put them on the table. Like this. And I would keep making them until they made a decision. And you can see there's two in this, one in this is the big one. And then if they like stab them, I would put like fake weapons through them and stuff like that. This is amazing for running con games, or if you want to get creative with aberrations and stuff. The board game is amazing. If you've not played Necromolds, I love it. They even come with a ring to smash, which you guys know how I am about rings. So that was just a little thing I picked up because I forgot mine, because I'm an idiot. Norse Foundry, Drew, Diana, and Adam were all working the booth there, and they put out a new case for some of their stuff. Look at this. It's metal. Inside, I got one of their new zinc sets. Now, I do wish this opened further. I think it's kind of a bitch to open that, right? I'm going to get the D12, because I think this looks the same. This is how it looks. And the little points on the edges are like little tiny dots, right? And these are metal, so they're heavy. So I got these dice. Picked up one of the little boxes. This is how they put their... I think this is how they do their stone sets now and glass sets, right? Cool tin box, right? Then, on top of that... Hold on. Same booth. Dave owns Cryptic Creative. They are Voorhees dice, Nick. You got it, man. And Murderbot is an amazing show, Nessie. So with that, let me grab you. Cryptic Creative is the next one. I love Dave. Dave is the owner of Norse Foundry's father. This guy makes some really incredible pieces. And I've been really happy with what he's made. So I'm going to showcase his website really quick, and then I'm going to show you what I got. So let me get rid of our camera for a sec. Let's bring up Chrome. This is Cryptic Creative. Cryptic Creative is the person who makes the dice boxes, the coffin ones that Riddles and I were painting a couple years ago, right? And these are his new ones, which are tombstones. The inside of them look like this. I know he's still shipping these. They're all shipped out. They're all going out to people. But at the convention, everybody, this man had some. Yes, that's right. So I got one. I seem to have lost my way. Dude, hold on here. Let me zoom this in a little bit. I have this cam really high right now, but it'll be all right. This is what it is. It comes with a little stand, right? So here inside, I stopped by Dispel Dice. I usually get a new Dispel die. And this year I got one set. And these are their ooze set. With that ooze set, you'll notice on the back of my phone, I got a new pop socket too. And it's the ooze cube pop socket. I'll take this off so you guys can see it a little better. But grab this without my hair on it. Look at that. Right? And then here's the dice. I'll pick up a D6. It's going to be easier to see. If I get it under it, there we go. And it has the different ways you die or things that are stuck inside of an ooze. Now, I looked on Dispel Dice. I couldn't find this set. This is the black set. I couldn't find this set at all. So I don't know where the black set came from, because the ones on their site, if we go over to that here, let me show you what their site ones look like. The Cryptic Creative ones are great. They weren't, I think the box was like $45 or something like that, $50. It wasn't bad at all. But on Dispel, I was trying to find the ones I bought. I couldn't find them anywhere. So the closest things I got, and there's no affiliate link for this, obviously, Dispel doesn't sell on Amazon, but this is the closest ones I could find. I figured this would give you a better idea of what they are. Mine are these, just not in color. And I already have my food ones from them, right? For Senshi. But I didn't want to get like the color ones again. Although I really do like these poppy color ones. I wanted the all black ones. And I may paint the black a neon green. But this is the other set. This is it here. And you can kind of see all the stuff in them. Really cool. I think she's my favorite dice creator right now. Her and her team. Really nice 7-piece iconic set. They're awesome. If you're looking to pick up any of the Dispel dice stuff, most of them are at the booth. They have most of them there. But if you want to get them, a lot of them are on the website as well. Here's a little link for you there. What I didn't get, and I was going to pick up, but I didn't feel like waiting back in line, Pointy Hat had to make Constellation dice. And I almost... It's clear. You see into... That's a great question, Raven. They are clear. You see into them. Like they are. Here, let me go to full screen. I'll show you. A little drink here between. They have like, see that edge on them? See that little edge? They're like dice casted in dice. You can see it really well on my other ones. So they're casting the original set and double casting them to clear of some way, somehow. But yes, that is how they are. Yeah, dude. You can see the light green ones easier than these. These are hard to read at a distance, especially the D20, which I'm fine with. I don't care because I'm rolling behind the screen. But like anytime there's a lot of black, like here on this 13, it's hard to read that face. So I'm going to make him a neon green. Let me get my face. I'm going to make him a neon green. They could be doing it that way, but they're perfectly even. So I don't know. They're fucking amazing, though. So those are the dice I got from them. But we're not done with dice. It's a convention, everybody. So let me get this back together. Like, Serving Hands is still amazed at this close with Dispel dice in them. And then it sets like this. And the compass is kind of evocative of our logo for EFP. So I went with that. So they put him back. But we're still not done. Still not done. Still not done. Where's the other one? So I also got, it's the 10th anniversary for Witcher. So I needed Witcher dice. I wanted Witcher dice. I already own some Witcher dice, but I wanted another one. And Q Workshop currently has a contract to make all of them. So I got these. So they're in my Witcher piece here. Get rid of this. Bring up the cam again. They're in one of these, right? These are Dragonbanes, but they are these. Comes with a little coin and the dice. The dice look like this. Really simple, Q Workshop, but I love Witcher, so I wanted the set. And then I'll give you a close-up over here. Really clean, simple. I wanted to keep with the idea. I've always gotten a set of Q Workshop dice. I like their work. The people there are super nice. So now that is all my dice. That is all dice for the show, everybody. That's everything from the show, dice-wise. Now, we're not done, though. So, since we've been doing a lot of live shows here and going over things, I kind of went ham on something. I'm not a big board game fan. I feel like I should get the song running here. But I made, without knowing this was a game at all, I can just get I'll do this in the background. I made Final Girl song. But my ass didn't know that there was a Final Girl board game. And it is a solo board game. And these are the mats for it. I had no idea this existed. So I stopped by the booth. I have some cam footage of me talking to them from the new Instago, which I'll be putting some of that stuff up later. I just haven't had time to edit. But this is the game mats. It's 2 play mats that you roll out. And you are playing the final girl in a horror movie. Now, I was already in when they told me it was a horror movie. I was really in when they told me it was multiple characters. I was even more in when I picked up the box set and realized it looks like a VCR box set. I was even more in when I realized that the front of this packaging is a VCR. Come on. Right? I was even more in when this comes to the core rulebook and a character, and an adventure. And then I opened my first box. I sold. This box is magnetic. And the way it works is, this comes off, right? Put this back in here. This comes off, and this is your bad guys. This is based on Scream. And it comes with all of these extra pieces. And this is for figuring out who the killer is. There's minis in the extra box. So hold on, it gets better. So let me close this side back up. Did I do it right? I didn't do it right. This way. Right? It is alley. I didn't think about that. I'm gonna go this way. And then this one is the area that you play in. And it's in this is at a convention. Right? On this side has your rules and extra things for your killer. The best part, it's a solo game. This is a solo board game. You are playing the final girl, and it is a solo board game. Right? Pretty cool. On top of that, let's take a look at the website. I think I have it saved here for us. Hold on. I do have it saved. No affiliate links, something like that for this as well. But I want you to see what it's about and how many movies they've already made. When I was talking to the guy at the booth, and then talked to one of the designers afterwards, Yeah. The sides is magnetized. That's how it holds it shut. They're on Final Girl Series 2. And they put out a new series every so often. So The Void, Panic Station, this is The Thing. This is, if I remember correctly, this one is Little Red Riding Hood. This one, I believe, is Silent Hill. Knock at the Door is Trick or Treat. I believe this is Aliens, but I'm not positive. They even have Final Girl Companion app to help you through when you make a game. And your Final Girls can be used in any one of the movies you play. So you can mix and match. This guy did a really good learn to play on it. I just finished watching his. Highly recommend watching this if you want to learn. You can see them all, like Ripley, and they're all dual. If they're metallic, they come with a mini to paint up. And then they have mini series as well. So like when Series 1 came out, they did a mini series for all the things that's in series. And it kind of works for that entire set piece. So you can see all the people who are involved in it, right? This is super fun. I think this is a nice little touch. But it's a really good solo game. The only thing I think is a little rough is it seems to be a pretty big set piece. But I have a plan. I have this spare camera and that spare camera. And one down here. And I have a huge part of my desk over here that's not used. I mean, it's used for like making stuff. I think I'm going to do Final Girl Live so you guys can play along with me and help me make decisions. If that's something you guys are interested in, drop some comments in chat, or if you're watching this video later, put comments down below. Would you like to play Final Girl Live with me? Because I'm kind of excited. I would like to work all the way through the series. I'd like to do each one. Because I love almost every horror movie. So this is Final Girl. I at least had to show this off. I'm pretty excited for this one. I think it's going to be fun. And from all the gameplay I've watched, I really like how it's built and what it is. So that's Final Girl. All right, so we've went through all that stuff. Now we're going to get to the most used and favorite item I got from the show. Favorite. I don't think anything beats this. So, my buddy, who's been in this industry for a long time, we're good friends. I always try to pimp his stuff at cons. How much are they? They're not that bad. I want to say it's a great question. Let me pull it back up before I move on. I think they're 30 for a box is 25, and I think the core box was 45, if memory serves. Yeah, the Final Girl core box is 45. And then the expansions are about 25 to 35, depending if you get the one with the miniature. It's really cool. It's really cool. And the coolest thing they did was one of the girls from the site that did the video review, they made a card for her, so she's a Final Girl. It's this one here, actually. Hold on here. I didn't show you guys this. I ordered one because I wanted to support their show, who are walking me through it. Check this out, and then we're going to get into what's on the table. So she was one of the people on the show that was doing the review for the game, and they made Paula a Final Girl, which I thought was super cool. So I picked that up. Really cool, right? Like, that's awesome. They like, oh, you're going to review this for us? Let's make you a Final Girl. I don't know. I thought that was amazing. So, with that said, my favorite other thing from the show. Gaming Paper makes, hands down, some of my favorite items. Like, literally favorite items. And I really wanted to make sure that I supported what they make. So they made a gaming essentials kit. He kickstarted it last year, and it didn't, I don't know if it didn't do well or whatnot. He's like, screw it, I'm going to make it anyway. So he made it anyway. And it sold like hotcakes. I took it to every game I ran. I talked about it all show long. I'm going to be bringing it to Dragon Sandbox. I feel that this might be the best item out of everything I got at con because I know I'm going to use it all of the time. So let's take a look. Bring up Dice King. It's a big boy. This is the Essentials kit. I'm going to have to zoom out for this one, guys. Zoom out. Push this a little bit more. This is the Essential kit. It is a big box. This is a fatty. Right? Get this lid off. We'll get into it. In here is everything you need to run a tabletop game. As a GM, there's stuff for players in here too. We're going to get to this part last. This is my favorite piece. You already see I've been using them. These are the dry erase tiles. You've probably seen this from gaming paper before that fit together. I just dry erase. You wipe this stuff off, right? Like normal. They are front and back. So you get two basically out of it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiles. 8 tiles, so 16 sides. Right? So this is the first thing you get. I use these all the time. I have like 4 sets of these. That's the first thing. Then they give you dice trays. These dice trays snap together like any other one. They're real thick blue leather that matches, but they have a dry erase board in the bottom, so your players can write their hit points or information, or if they have to track anything, they can write it in the board. And you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. They give you one of these. No, they don't give you one. They give you 2. They give you 3. They give you 4 of them. So now you got 4 of these. Still not done. Still not done. Inside, you guys have already seen me use the tree stands before. They give you also the tree stand for initiative. And it's great because for Shadow Dark, you do this once. You write it on there, they roll initiative, you write it. You snap it on, and now you got a tree in front of them that has all these flags, front and back, so you can write it for yourself as well. And you're good. Pretty cool. Obviously, they have to give you some markers. They give you some dry erases that you can use. They have erasers on the back. And these flags that are here, we'll get into these flags in a minute. Then, they give you 4 sets of dice, different colors. So this is your green set, right? Green. This is your, I think this is the black set, or, yeah, black set. You see I've already used some of the dice. I'll put the black one back in here because someone didn't have dice at one of my tables for Shadow Dark. So I had a dice set for them, right? And those trays they sell separately. So you can get those trays if you just want like 6 for your party. You can buy those by themselves. The trays alone are amazing. We're not done. So you get all these green. I think this last one's red. So here's your red. And you get all of these dice with them in their own bags for your group. Great for people who are starting out. Great for if you're running at a con. Great for if you're running, like for us at Dragon Sandbox, when someone doesn't have dice. We provide dice, but sometimes someone forgets their shit. Or if you just need extra dice for monsters, right? So you got all of these dice. Now, I'm going to move this box. I'm going to put all this stuff back in. Well, no, I'm not going to put everything in yet. I'm going to show you my favorite part. GM screens are a dime a dozen. But the information's never right. You never get what you want. They just usually suck. And you end up printing your own stuff to put on the GM screen. But then there was this. I'm going to go to full screen for this. So, he created a dry erase 4-panel GM screen. You can write on it, front and back. Now, you may notice, I'm gonna bring this under the cam, there's little sleeves here. It has areas to put your own papers in. So if you want to print GM screen pieces, you can put them behind the plastic panels in the middle. And if you're fighting monsters, have things going on, you can write on the flags. Put them out here. So I was putting like monster names on them or NPC names so people could see them if they're important. I would just write them and stick them on the side. This is definitely a box of function over form. And it worked so well. It was so clean. On the front of this, I wrote the booth number for the products that we were running. I also wrote the booth number for this. He doesn't sell these on their own. It would make the papers dry erase as well. You got it. This is amazing. I'm telling you what, every table I was at was like, where'd you get all this? Is this the game we're playing? No, this isn't the game we're playing. This is a separate essentials kit from them. So with that said, let me show you right now what I found. Because this is, I don't know, I'm pretty happy about this. Right now, get rid of this. You put it up on Amazon. It's up on Amazon right now to buy. Everything that's in it, all the pieces, everything. 74. 74 bucks. I also, I will fight you. I don't agree with you on that. I think it's a great cheat sheet, Nick. It's a really good cheat sheet. That's what it is. So this is up right now. I'm going to put a link in chat for you. I don't know how many of them are on here. There may not be a lot. So let me grab your link for this. For those who want to pick it up at that price, you want to support the show, here you go. It is really good. They're normally $99. But even at the full price, here, let me show you on the full price. Even the full price, still, 99 bucks for all that is cheap. It really is cheap. It's all the same pictures, everything like that. Super cheap, fucking awesome. You can see you can get these for 20 bucks if you need more. It's a bag of dice and a tray. And he didn't put blue in there, so if you buy it and get blue, you get one more set of dice and everything in it. The tree stands are 15. He just makes great stuff. He also has this Chessex style wet erase. And of course, the best thing is gaming paper for him. If you don't have gaming paper, this is my favorite because you can roll it back up. And you can get a whole box of gaming paper for 80 bucks. 80 bucks for all of them. That's got grass, water, everything in it. I've been using gaming paper forever. It's like parchment, or not parchment. It's like wrapping paper with a clay back so your ink doesn't go through it. I abuse the hell out of it. So, I think that's everything. That's everything. That's everything I got at GenCon. Guys, I gotta tell you, it was an amazing GenCon. Product-wise, even better than I thought it could be. It was fantastic. So if you're looking for picking up some new things, I'm going to put a bunch of links below for everybody. Get everyone all the information, the affiliate links that there are. I'll let you know which ones are affiliate, of course. But just everything that I can get you that I purchased, I will put links down below the show notes. If you're here live during the show and you want to know some of the links and I didn't put them up, just ask. I'll throw them in our chat. But to everybody else, stay rotten. And I'll be back with more information this week. A ton of news came out of Gen Con. For the live show, stick around. We're not done. We just did that to get that together, be ready to go so I could clip it out and throw it up. So what do you guys think? That's a lot of shit. That's a lot of shit. Like, legitimately. This box, though, this is number one. Gen Con, for tabletop people, is great, but SDC isn't tabletop. SDC is for fucking comics and movies, man. This is for tabletop. I was there for tabletop because I work in tabletop, and I wanted to hear about tabletop. I mean, the other stuff's cool, but I can tell you the Critical Role and Brennan Lee Mulligan were at Gen Con. And they're the apex predator right now. And we're going to get into that in our news section. I have a lot of spicy takes for you all. A lot of spicy takes. I also need to wipe this stuff off today or it's going to stain it. I haven't done it yet. Where's my... Hold on here. Hold on. Here, I'll give you a little bit of... Get you a little cleaning time here. Hold on. My foot pedal wasn't working today, so I had to do everything differently today. It is what it is. So, yeah, I'm going to spray these ones. Kind of comes off. But I have a dry erase board. Spray. I have a dry erase board. Yeah, so like, I'm a big fan of going to Gen Con and learning about things. And we're going to record the next section, which is about SDC, not SDC, Gen Con, all the news that came out. That's the next piece. We'll be putting news out. Tons of things happened at Gen Con this year. Like, so many, it's kind of mind-boggling. The announcements from Daggerheart were more than on point. It was... I wasn't expecting the amount of news that we got. That's what I'll say. I was not expecting it. Is there any of the products that look good to you guys? Like things that you're excited about out of what I just showed you? Like, do you have any ones where you're like, ooh, this is really good. I want that. Like, any of these things look awesome to you? This GM kit's my favorite out of all. And the Warlock tiles. I'm a big fan of those Warlock tiles. Oh, you guys didn't get to see it. Hold on. Hold on. Where did I put it at? I'm gonna go downstairs and get something. You guys have to see this. I finished my UDT terrain. Hold on. Be right back. I don't think I showed this off. Check that out. Looky. Look at this. I am super happy that this turned out the way it did. I gotta seal it. It looks pretty good. I'm down for like the final version. I'm gonna go to the full cam. So I can do this. So you can see the actual color on it. So these are just painted. This isn't actual moss. I painted it this way. These are either blood or, if you're in Breachers, crimson moss. It has little white dots all over it, right? So I carved this out of foam. This is the backside. This is a silicone. I just used real DAP silicone over it. I learned this from Black Magic Craft, and it makes it really durable. And that's the idea of the Dungeon Craft Ultimate Dungeon terrain. So you got your close, your near, and your far. Anything off the board you can't see. So I carved all of this. Took me a while to carve it. Now I got it down. I can do it pretty quick. And the backside I'm gonna paint as well. Yeah, it turned out really good. I'm pretty happy with it. And it's the blue slate, which is inside the section of Breacher's wall that we've been playing. So pretty happy with how that turned out. Oh, dude, I got so much more music for you guys. I'll play some Wounds in the background. So, anyway, and I just got this, but I bought Lazy Susan's, but I just had this one laying around. It was easier to travel with. All right. So, back to what I was saying. It is a solo board game. That is correct, Nick. Final Girl is a solo board game. Really excited about that. So, any of those things look good? Like that you guys really want out of those? I'm sorry, we had questions asked, and I was answering the questions. I think for me, I'm going to go back to the work screen so you can watch me clean these off meanwhile. Right? I highly recommend this. This box set for the Essentials. This was... I walked in and I was like, what do you got new? He's like, this and what was it, like a 2-pound stainless shot glass, which I forgot to pick one up. I might order one from him and send it to me, or when he's out here, I'll grab it from him. But yeah, I've never read the book. I've seen the movie. I've never read the book. I'm excited though. I think it's really good. It looks really good. I watched a bunch of actual plays, like how to play through it. I will say this green marker is potent. Potent, man. For dry erase. And this is literally whiteboard cleaner, because I use it for my table. Yeah, Riley is one of them. Ripley, you mean? Oh, you're talking about the books. I'm sorry. I see, Nick. I'm sorry. So, all that's the stuff I got. I'm gonna do one of the Final Girls myself, so I can like learn it, and then I'll bring it on. I think I'm gonna do it live for everybody. I think that's the way to do it. Like I think that would be a smart way to showcase things. You know what I mean? Because I need to learn it before I do that. I just noticed that it's not playing over here. There we go. There's Stephen Graham. Yeah, I don't know. Is it based? You sure it's the same thing? Final Girls is the term of horror movies. I don't know if they built the game based on that. Do you know that for sure? Because I don't. Actually, you know what? Hold on. It might be on the back. Let me set this down. Let me grab it real quick. Tyler Johnson is the director of photography. AJ Porfirio and Evan Derrick. It doesn't say it's based on that. I mean, Final Girl is just a term that's been used in horror movies forever. Man, it's great. I asked him like season 3. I'm gonna be interviewing, so I have a bunch of interviews coming up. So excited. I don't want to announce too many, but I can say that the gentleman from here who's the creator, we're going to be interviewing him here. I kind of want to do him in October and bring him on. And then Mike from High Noon is going to be coming on. A couple other people in the industry that I can't say yet. We're getting dates together. As I'm grabbing this stuff and keep wiping it off. We're going to do news next. I have a ton of news from the con. Lots of Daggerheart stuff, dude. It is the fucking Cold War right now between D&D and Daggerheart. And I mean that. I really do believe it's the Cold War. Like, it's about to get spicy up in this bitch. Because they announced some stuff this week at the convention. Because they did a live show at GenCon. There was 72,000 people there. 72. Now, I don't know if that was turnstile or how they determined that number, but that is a huge number of tabletop board game miniature gamers. 72,000. Makes it, I think, the largest tabletop RPG convention officially. It always has been, but that's the largest attendance that they've ever had. And the ballroom for the Daggerheart conference, or Daggerheart one, was fucking insane. Oh no, more D&D drama. Oh no, what a surprise. Stop playing it. Katie, tell her to stop playing it. Allie, there's so many better games to play. So many better games. You don't ever need to play it again. You don't ever have to play it again. You can put it at the bottom of the drawer. You can use it as a doorstop. I have friends that work there and all, but look, dude, they keep fucking kicking themselves in the mouth constantly. They're about as smart as a guy jumping someone behind the crown wearing rings. It's about how smart they are. Oh my God. Drama and dipshits? Yes. So, I got jumped behind the crown. Someone came up behind me, put their hand in my pocket after the Ennies, trying to take my wallet out of my pocket. I couldn't go to the front side of the Ennies. Front side of my hotel because I had it blocked because they were backing the truck up. It's all construction through there. If you're at Gen Con, you know what I mean. Everything was fucking construction. So I had to walk around. Walked around the backside. Put his hand in my pocket. I grabbed it. I turned. Think it was a friend. A hand comes flying by. So I grab his, let go of his wrist, grab with my other hand, and deck it. But I was wearing John Popson's fucking Orcus ring, and now it looks like this. It's cracked on the side. Flat in the horns. So you got decked with this. I picked him up off the curb afterwards. And then I scuffed the whole bottom of the fucking ring picking him up. And then holding him, I even bent my beholder ring. This one still fits. I was wearing this one. I can still wear this. But this one, I can put it on my pinky now. And it stays. I can't get it past this knuckle anymore, though. So. Wait. Did Moxie that jumped on you? No. Yeah. Orcus desires payment. He got it, man. The horns are flat. They're still a little sharp. But yeah, so I got jumped. I'm fine. Like I said at the con to my friends, because I went right to the party we were supposed to go to. I was like, I'm just glad it was me and not somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad it wasn't somebody who hasn't dealt with being trained for that their entire life. I should say entire life. Half of my life. Entire is ridiculous. But yeah. So that happened. That was fun. I got to watch Evo. Micah and I stayed an extra day. We got the Crown to give us an extra day. We stayed there for an extra day, watched Evo, just kind of decompressed with all of our friends. Got to hang with Brianna and Andrew. Andrew is an announcer for Third Strike and a cosplayer and host for conventions. That's the fiance to Utahime, our barbed knight. So we got to hang out with them the last night. I made a bunch of Wisconsin old fashions for them. Just kind of drank and chilled. Had some steak and shake because it was the only thing that was open. So I think this is the last one. And then we can go into news. I'm just looking at the chat right now. We're so deep into it at this point, it works Switch system. It's easy. Allie, kill them all. Switch systems. There's other systems you could switch to that are D20 that are better. What level is the campaign, Allie? What level is it? After the OGL debacle, I found my way out of it as fast as possible because I knew it was never going to get better. I knew it was never going to get better. So I decided early that I was out. I mean, Allie, you were part of those original conversations about me no longer wanting to to play D&D when they're burning their creators, right? Like, you were part of those conversations. So 7th? Fuck, that's nothing. Time to bounce. I heard Shadow Dark's hiring. Go play Shadow Dark. Shadow Dark is a far better game and way more fun. But if you want high fantasy, I'm going to say it. Play Daggerheart. Daggerheart is more our storytelling styles than D&D is. It really, really is. We're going to go over some of that here during the show. I'm just making sure I got all these cleaned because I don't want them to stain. I can kind of look at chat while I'm doing this. Yeah, well, you already have all that stuff done. That translates to any game. You don't need a specific game to have world and story. You know what I mean? Al, you missed this, didn't you? I'll have to go back and watch it. But I will show you the best part out of this box. If you're GMing in person again, it's this GM screen. It's a dry erase, full-on GM screen with sections to put your own papers in. There's 2 of these. Best part of the box set. This is amazing. But what they were saying is, Allie, you're a final girl. You look like you're on the cover. How'd you get the cover? How are you on this? What happened? Allie? It's got the same nose even. What happened? Do we need to know something? I literally grabbed that one. I was like, oh my God, it looks like Allie. Little makeup. Allie, you made yourself look like a squire boy. Not choir, squire. Pretty sure a little hair dye and some dirt on your face. It's the same thing. It's a little up angle. So anyway. It was great. So we went through all of our basic things to show off. Again, if somebody wants to pick up that Essentials kit, I highly recommend it. I don't know how long this price is good for. This is an affiliate too. This is an affiliate link, but this is for the Essentials kit on Amazon. Grab it while you can. Dude, for running games, this is like one of my favorite things that have come out in a long time. And it's like, everyone uses grid, so it's generic enough that no matter what game you're playing, you can stick art on it and do stuff. It's fine. I love this. The Lancelot song's lyrics are amazing. Is the music quiet enough for you guys? Do I need to turn it down more? Like, I can hear it, but it's not that loud to me. How loud is this music to you guys? With lyrics, because normally we don't use lyrics. I'm testing it with lyrics right now. I also have all these songs with just instrumentals. Is it too hard to hear me? Is it too loud? Or does it seem okay? Also this. I need to change this. Music's good. Alright. I don't know why people were so mad about it. Guys getting like some salty comments and shit. So let me change this over, and then we're gonna do our news. Boy, what is a good one in here? There's some fucking wild ones in here. I do love this simple candle. Oh, that went away. Great. Trying to find a good... Oh, this is cool looking. This geisha. We're going to use that for now. Or maybe they're in headphones. It might be different on headphones. He already has hex paper. Infinite. Great question. Hex paper already exists. Hold on here. Check it out. I'll go over it for you so you can see it. So if you go into the gaming paper, you have original. He even has isometric. Satan, and then here's 1-inch hex. All right. 1-inch hex. Here you go. And he has this for the grass, black for stars, and blue for water. And they're $5 fucking. And it has isometric. His isometric rolls are awesome. He also has single papers too. Just single sheet. Those are just papers, which I like because you can store them. Sorry on the screen. No sorry. No sorry. You don't have to be. I don't have to be sorry for anything. No sorry necessary. Already makes hexagon ones. He has double-sided stuff. Dude, literally, like, here, just let me give you gaming paper. Go check his stuff out if you need other things. But that one price is the one on Amazon right now. All right, everybody. So let's get ourselves set up. We're going to go through news. Holy shit. Holy shit. Do I have a bunch of news, things that I found, shit I got from talking to people at con, just in general, things that are big reports from like Polygon. We have stuff from about Starfinder 2. Starfinder 2 released at con. What else can I tell you? What else can I tell you here? I'm closing out some stuff to make space. We're going to be going over that. Diablo's making an RPG. Let's see if they can do something right in their life, since they ruined the last game. No notifications. Okay. What else do I have? Willing to pay more to support artists. Oh yeah, I agree too. That's just, I know that's he's selling on Amazon as well. That is his storefront on Amazon. And I noticed he had those up because I think it's in warehouse there. I don't know if he's taking his stuff out of warehouse there or what he's doing. But the difference is good. That's the affiliate link on Amazon. And then he also has on his store as well. But I think that's overstock that he's pushing out of Amazon. A lot of people are in tabletop got boned by Diamond. I don't think that's his case. I think he self-distributes. But that's just the price he has up on there. And I saw it. I was like, holy shit. So cheap. So cost-effective. What else? Oh, God. Oh, we got this one, too. We got to talk about this. Dude, we have so much to hit up. This is the biggest news cycle we have had in a long fucking time. Is this out too? Yep, we got to talk about Draw Steel, which I know Nick has been talking a lot about Draw Steel to me. I'm not anti-Draw Steel. I just don't know how much it has changed since I did the betas, because I was not a big fan of the betas. I'm looking for... I guess there's a new trailer. Where's the trailer at? Oh, this is a better... They have a starter adventure coming too. Wow, okay. All right, so there's that news. I'm just gathering all this stuff up. As much as I can get. Fuck. There's so much fucking shit. Polygon's crushing the news cycle for this one. I usually don't check Polygon that often anymore. Is that everything? Do we finally have them all? Anything else? Those can stay. Those can wait. That can wait. That can wait. I'll put those in the next news cycle. Oh. I will mention this one, but there's no full report. I heard this at GenCon. All right. Is that everything? We're going to start with the big news. We're going to end with an item. And then I need to show you the void. I mean, wasn't Matt Colville, Matt Mercer's GM for a while? Am I wrong? Do you guys remember? All right. Let me pick the song I want to start this with. We're going to do this. I'm just going to use this song. All right. I'm going to record this one. The other one I'm just going to clip out. So you're going to see a lot of parallels to Daggerheart and its 2D10 system instead of Daggerheart 2D12 system. It's more simple, but characters are a little crunchier. I'm excited. We'll see. I think he was Mercer's GM for a while. I'm pretty sure on that comment. Did I miss anything up here? And I didn't miss anything else. All right, awesome. So I'm gonna start recording. First time we're doing a record and stream at the same time with the new graphics card, the new processor, and I have a new mouse downstairs because this one, you can see she on her last legs. All the pieces are coming off. She old. The glue's like fucking coming off of it. She's been around for a while. I love this mouse, but it's starting to like disconnect on me and stupid shit like that. Get some good water. All right. This is going to be a wild news run. All of the affiliate stuff and all the links I will put in this main live stream. I'll put here when I trim out the review for things I got at GenCon. I'll put it there as well. This one's going to be the news source one. I'll also do the Patreon thing at the end. For those who are new to the show, I treat the live shows, the Corpse Talk lives and the old EFP lives, like a recording day. So I treat it like recording in a studio, right? I'm going to move this because I'm tired of this being over my fucking head. The other camera is like hugging my face and I don't like it. I'm going to move this because I can't see the camera where it was sitting and it was really annoying. All right. Perfect. Let's move this thing back. Put it back in place. All right. Stay there. This is the Elgato Pro. I like it. I don't think it's as good as this 360 at all. Nowhere near. So we're gonna do CM groaning beats, which is the background music. I'm gonna do this for the recorded section. Actually, I'm gonna stop this and start it again because I'm a dumbass. I'm gonna put the ad up on screen so I can replace it if I need to. I think I'm gonna use this one though. Yeah, I'm just gonna use this one. Because then they'll know it's post GenCon. And I'll replace this with one if I need to before. I can make them pretty quick. So recording starting. Music. Hey everybody, it is time for news here on Corpse Talk Live. GenCon brought a lot of news. The Cold War is starting. Not the one you're thinking of if you live in the US. The Cold War is starting between D&D and Daggerheart. We have a brand new announcement for the new campaign for Critical Role. On top of that, Diablo's deciding they're going to get into the board games and RPGs because they haven't fucked enough stuff up. But why not? Why not let them make stuff? Speaking of cool things getting tabletop games, Attack on Titan is getting a TTRPG. I'm excited to see what the system is, what we're going to be doing with that. All of this and more on Corpse Talk Live, the news part of our show. Let's get into the details, and there is a lot to go over. So this is recorded in front of a live audience. For those who don't know, everyone in chat, all the lovely creeps that are out there that are already subscribing to the channel, or the ones who are supporting the channel, since we are now hit over the number where we can have people support, do donations, and do all of that special stuff to help support the channel. Thank you for all the creeps. I don't know if anyone hit Lich or Ghoul. Someone might be a Ghoul out there. You know how you are. We have a lot to go over. I want to start with Daggerheart news. Before we go into the shade aspect of what's going on, I want to go over the news aspect of what's going on. And I'm going to show you how to find it. It's not hard, but some people don't know that this is how Daggerheart is putting their news out. So this is Daggerheart. Your adventure begins here. Website is super clean. You see a lot of resources, what's going on. Down here was their entire live panel recorded. If you are a Daggerheart fan and you want to be a part of like what the growth cycle is, this panel was really good. There is so many things going on. I can't list them all, dude. It's coming to Alchemy. It's coming to Foundry. Legends of Evantris are doing a stream. Dungeon Daddies are doing a Daggerheart stream. Fucking Hero Forge. People make the buildable models. They're building the Rivet, the Simia, I think there's one other one. They're going to be on Hero Forge to get your miniatures made. Like, Daggerheart is going so hard and so fast, we don't get to catch a breath. Like, that is the amount of, like, speed that this company is going in. During this panel, they said that they sold out, as of that recording, 3 times all their print runs. On top of that, these giants realize that they can't keep up with the book printing process. There's a lot of players who want to make stuff. And how do they know that? Because they said it was 500,000 characters have been made on Demiplane. 500,000. Here, let me mute this. We're not going to play this whole thing, but I'm going to see if I can't find this for you when she is doing the announcement. Look at that. 500,000 characters. Dude, what? It's only been out for 79 days now. This is an absurd level of growth in a tabletop RPG company. And then they already took Perkins and Jeremy Crawford. They have joined. On top of that, Keith Baker, the creator of Eberron, and Jen Ellis, they made tons of stuff. They're making a full setting for Daggerheart. I can tell you that that Crawford and Perkins said that they're working on something horror-based and hellish. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but I can tell you a lot of the rules and things that we saw, and also what's in the void right now, which we're going to take a look at in a minute, all reflect on the idea of this infernal, hellish, whatever the hell those two prima donnas are making for us. I mean that lovingly. But 100%. Yes, Nick in the audience, yes, it's very true. And Todd Kendrick is kind of handing the press tour after he got let go. So they added transformation cards. Dude, these cards are insane. We're going to look at this quick. The transformation cards are for all your werewolves, vampires, reanimated, shapeshifters, ghosts, and demigods. And these are rules. They're just a card. And they make your character into these things. And they play really well with changing dice to make you more scary. Changing what happens when you hit 0 hope or 0 stress with these monsters. And it creates like a trigger effect. But all of these are here, and they're transformation cards. These are free on the Void right now. Now, as somebody who loves horror and hearing those two gentlemen talk, I know these were made, had to have been made for that. But what Matt said during the live stream is that he made these because they did Bell's Hells, and they needed some of these things. So Matt went through and said, how do we make this? And they created these cards. I'm pumped for this. I kind of want to put all this information in and make these cards with like my favorite horror movie art on them. Like the reanimated could be the Crypt Keeper. Obviously, we got to get like Vampire Hunter D for the vampire. My favorite werewolf, that kind of thing. But this is out free right now in the Void, and you can download these and take a look at them. They've also put out the 2 classes, which we've already looked at. More than that now, though. You got the Witch, the Assassin, and then you also have some new ancestries. There's a Warlock class and a Brawler class, which is their monk. Guys, how... This is the quickest we've seen production. And that brings us into the next part. They're putting all these things out and they're free. They update them frequently. They're listening to the fans. If I fast forward in this and I go way deep, I think we can see, and here's those 2 coming out. And I definitely want you guys to be able to see these 2. Because I like Keith Baker's work a lot.
Having you 2 on this is... Oh, you're good.
Turn it up.
You got it.
They all wore Matt's vest. Matt is covered in the stickers of all of the things that they are adding to Daggerstack.
Spencer, we're just...
Let's go, baby.
Thank you, Chris and Jeremy. We appreciate you all so much.
Wonderful to see you all.
So they bounce. And then they announce the next 2.
That's wild.
She looks like my old boss.
We got one more.
Oh yeah, no. So the collaboration.
This was live at GenCon. Now, you're right. SDC was big.
On that
But for tabletop,
more absurdity.
watching them go
We are so
get
absolutely
fucked
thrilled to announce
D&D,
another
but
incredible
politely,
partnership with some incredibly talented people. You're definitely familiar with their work. They're
That's
an
more
entire
important
world
to me.
Fleshing it out for Daggerheart.
It's so much more
You know them
important to
from
me.
Illimat, you know them from Adventure Zone storytelling game. You also know them as a little setting called Eberron. Please bring to the table
One of my
on
favorites,
stage,
top 3.
Keith Baker and
And Jen Ellis.
So they bring them out on stage. I'm not going to make you guys watch this, but I highly recommend going through, checking out the video. It's 2 hours. Put it on the background. They even play a game for an hour in that 2 hours, so it's probably really like an hour of announcements. So check that out. Super cool. Love what they're doing. I don't think this company can fuck up, dude. I don't. They're like our Free League Plus, man. And I think that's amazing to see that they're doing this. The only thing I want is still for that license to get pulled apart so that we have a tabletop one and a digital one. And I'm really hoping we may get that soon. So let's go on. Polygon did a report on D&D and Critical Role have entered the TTRPG Cold War. Look, I've been saying this for a while. I really have. I've been saying for a while that this group is putting the pressure on D&D to either find a way to get better or burn out and fade away. That's right. That was a Highlander reference. I feel like it was a necessary evil. I needed to use it. If I didn't, somebody else would. Let's take a look at this news article. We're not going to read through it all, but I want you just to see the headlines and what's going on. All the links for all of these will be in the doobly-doo, in the words of Matthew Colville. But for me, it'll be down below on the slab for everyone to take a look at. There's a lot of articles today, so we're going to, from here on out, burn through after those big announcements. Those who are wondering, my voice is scratchy because GenCon did a number on me. But not the number that Critical Role is doing on D&D right now. Dude, they are taking their lunch money. They're literally out there just mine now. Mine. They're marking everything mine. So earlier this year, they took their 2 designers. Todd Kendrick is there. Keith Baker and Jen Ellis are coming on board. They're making all these things. And there's a starter set coming out for D&D. And there's also the new Stranger Things one's coming out, which it isn't for the audience who already plays. It's for the audience that wants to play. So please separate that. It may not be a product for you. I'm not throwing shade on it. But when you have character sheets and things like this in Daggerheart that show you where to put your cards and what to do, how to play, and the amazing Reddit and Discord community around it. There's a woman right now who has made, for like $12, you get every class that's official. They're pocket versions. No, like literally. They're pocket version character sheets. Right? You just fold them and make them. And then she made them in a way that there are slots on the top to drop your cards in if you glue the bottom. Right? So your cards go in here. Dude, this is what the community is doing in 79 days. As long as they can keep stride, this is the Cold War. Because right now, Critical Role, if they switch their main campaign to Daggerheart, what happens to D&D? You can tell me it lives on, of course. But it's not going to go away, but it's not going to be as big as it was. It won't even be close. And to emphasize this point, after the Polygon article, there's more. There's a lot more. I worry greatly on if Critical Role is trying to put every nail in the coffin before the end of the year, before the end of the fiscal year. Because now, Matt Mercer is stepping down. A lot of you probably already know this, for Campaign 4. He is not going to be a forever player, a forever GM, I should say. He's now going to be a player. That's right. He's giving up the GM mantle to my favorite, Brennan Lee Mulligan. Dimension 20 crossover. He is taking over Campaign 4 and running Campaign 4. He is my favorite GM. Amazing human. This is awesome. So that and he's still doing everything in Dimension 20. He's not leaving Dimension 20. He's just doing Critical Role's 4th campaign, and Matt gets to play. What happens if this is Daggerheart? I don't know if it's a Cold War. I think it's a slam dunk. As this man steps in and announces playing this, I am excited. I will be watching this campaign. I love his GMing style. I subscribe to Dropout. I am a fan of what they produce as both just someone who enjoys content and as a creator to look at and learn from. This is outstanding. So now, let's talk for a second here. Sold out 3 times. Okay? 500,000 characters made in Demi-Play in under, I think she said 73 days during that. Give or take a day or two. Evantress is doing a stream. One of the most promising and probably prominent streams right now, especially in the comedy and horror aspect. Successful Kickstarter. Dungeon Daddies, OGs, amazing podcasts and actual play. They're doing a Daggerheart. Now they have, I think, every streaming platform since they're adding Alchemy and Fantasy Grounds. They have all the major ones. On top of this, There's another season coming out for Amazon for their animated. On top of this, they've sold their books out 3 times. And then they went, you know what? You know what, everybody? We've made all these amazing things. We know we're selling out. We know you're having a hard time getting stuff. We know that you need access to our product. They put out a free version, an SRD essentially, of the game. So you can look up their stuff and get everything that you could possibly need out of it. But then, because none of that was enough, they announced that they are making class packs. That's right. An entire character class, every card, nuts to butts, in one pack. Because they can produce those faster to answer the supply and demand problem of printing books. They didn't make them just to cash in, which is important. You got to make money as a company to pay all the people who work for you. I respect that. But they are officially making class packs. Like 4th edition did, but advertised it poorly. And these are starting, I think, in September. I don't know, man. I don't think they're stoppable now. And speaking of more nails in the coffin, let's get through the other companies that are also coming out with all their stuff and really kind of nailing home the idea of, look, D&D is not the only. I saw a little disconnect, a little hiccup. We're back. I don't know why OBS does that. We're back. So Polygon also reported on Draw Steel aims to woo D&D players with more action and less missing, because you almost always hit in this game. There's a really good article on Polygon about how they're doing this, what they're doing. They listen to their playtesters. They changed their system like 2 times pretty heavily. And now Draw Steel launched on July 31st. Draw Steel Heroes for players, Draw Steel Monsters for game masters. This is all coming out as they're going through and building everything. And they're making a box adventure themselves. This is huge. Nessie, OBS has mandated breaks. It's probably union. They're building all this out. And the art for this, I think, might be the best art. Their art for Draw Steel is great. I backed it. I'm definitely excited about it. I can't wait for it to come in. And then you got Bell of Lost Souls with my favorite new version of the Beholder, the Hive Mind. This thing is so awesome. It's kind of like their iconic monster on the front. MCDM, RPG, Draw Steel. All of this is coming out. This is book 1. This is going to be their start here adventure for Draw Steel. Look at the old art style. Look at the, this has that module feel from 1st edition. And then time to Draw Steel. Everything's kicking off, setting up, what's going on, the whole 9 yards. I'm really... So many pauses, really? Shouldn't be pausing anymore. I have so many pieces in here that look amazing. And I think that MCDM is 100% back in the ring. They took their time. They made something amazing. This is great. And as Nick said, Shadow Dark is also getting Glass Cannon. Glass Cannon Podcast doing Shadow Dark. Look, guys, D&D has had its time. They pissed off their audience too many times. They pissed off the third-party producers too many times. I'm not going to kiss ass. I have tons of friends who work for Wizards. It's the top paying position you can get in TTRPGs. But the company can't keep your fucking head on straight. Because of that, we have to change what we're doing. We have to stop supporting it. I mean, that's just the truth. We can't keep giving them our money. And we've been saying this since OGO. So now you have all these other companies, and it's time to pick. It's time to play something else. Speaking of other things to play, what is this? Starfinder Warframe. Starfinder 2nd Edition released at GenCon, and now Warframe, the ridiculously successful video game, is now getting a Starfinder version. Boy, oh boy. I can tell you that this actually excites me. The Tabletop Adventure is going to launch on October 25th. The idea of a Warframe adventure for Starfinder is so perfect. And the new Starfinder fixed so many of my problems. So many of my problems. And I love the Pathfinder crew. They're all dear friends of mine. And the fact that they're getting to do something with an established and huge game, like one of the most played MMOs, kind of MMOs, right now is still this. There's so many people playing it, and it still updates consistently. Then, of course, we have this. If they can do it right, and Diablo Tabletop fixes the D&D problem with no inexperience and squishy first-level characters. Look, if for some reason Diablo can pull it together and Lilith, our all-mother, can fucking save them, maybe we can actually get something good out of it. So the Kickstarter is going to be in fall of 2025. They're responsible for numerous board games. But right now, I'm going to say this. It is being produced by Glass Cannon Unplugged. They did board games, adaptations including Apex Legends and Dying Light. Crowdfunding campaign is set to include a core book alongside premium miniatures. And then you could use other things for D&D and whatnot, but it looks like we're getting a Diablo 4 RPG. There is a teaser page. So this is our teaser page for Kickstarter for the Diablo role-playing game. I'm already sold on the art, everybody. I love Diablo's setting and art. It's one of my favorite things, but the last game was a little disappointing. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't my favorite thing. So this is a whole Lords of Hell are coming, different art. The miniatures look gorgeous. I mean, the miniatures alone are probably worth it. And this is coming out here in fall. So we're getting this against D&D. And I'm saying against because, again, we're there. Attack on Titan, one of my favorite animes of all time. I love kaiju. I love the look of these creatures. There's transmogrification, as in Warpaint. I love transmongers. People turning into gigantic monsters. Let's get his first role-playing game. And let the fans write their own ending. So this is a new one coming out right now. It's going to be in several languages, several countries. I'm pretty excited. It's using the Year Zero engine, which is from Free League. That's the same one, the Mutant Year Zero. And sort of your Tales from the Loop use it as well. So I'm excited to see that. I love the Year Zero engine. I think it's perfect for this because you take stat pool damage and there's only certain ways to get it back. And it feels like the emotional content that you find in an anime. It's really cool. And this is just some of the things that came out at Gen Con. There are so much more news behind that. Without me pulling up more things on the screen, Larian Studios, Beyond Baldur's Gate, Larian Studio teased 2 new ambitious RPG products, including one codenamed Excalibur. I am beyond excited for that. The fact that they're going to do a new game called Excalibur, and that I might be getting a King Arthur tale, if they keep the name, would be awesome. But that also could be Star Trek. Think about it. Could be the name of a Star Trek ship. They crushed Diablo. What do you think a Star Trek game with away team missions and shit like that would be like? We might actually get a Star Trek game. Just a theory. Not 100%. I will say at Gen Con, Cosmere RPG had a huge booth. It was gorgeous. They were selling out a product left and right if you're a fan of Sanderson's work. This is just all the things that came out. just during this couple of days. So, I highly recommend, if you can ever make it to Gen Con, get a hotel near the con floor. Spend 2 days going through that con hall from one end to the other. Actually look at things, talk to people, find things out, because they want to tell you what's going on. If you go to Gen Con, you should be seeking the things you enjoy. Friendships, games, and new things releasing. Clicky clackies to your heart's content. But the news cycle for this week is Daggerheart is not only here to stay, they're here to prove they can be just as big as Wizards of the Coast. So for those who are here and you don't know, I want to thank all my patrons for letting me do this and making the news articles and just doing all of the things that I currently get to do here. It's kind of wild. So much so that I decided that, you know what? I should make a song for all the people who support the show. Because I feel like that's only fair. Thank you to all the Patreon members who subscribe to what I do, come to the Patreon, and put in their 2 cents on things that I'm making. Don't forget, if you join at least the $5 level, you get a copy of every PDF I put out. I give discounts for my stores when new merch goes up. And of course, you guys let me do this here. Make these shows. Come here with unfiltered, unbridled rage. Enough rage to, bend a ring. If you missed it, you know what that's about from Gen Con. For those who are here in the live show, stick around. We got more to talk about to wrap us up. But for everyone who is watching the recording, stay fucking rotten, everybody. Have a good one. Bats, take me away. So, for all the people who are here, again, thank you to the patrons. You guys are awesome for helping make this stuff happen. I really do mean that. Patreon has helped pay for all the maps and stuff I do for the live shows. A month, I think my map allotment and product allotment is something like $80 a month. Pretty close. It was more when I was doing Blades in the Dark. Because there's a guy who does really good Blades in the Dark map, and I was subscribing like a $15 level. Super cool. I do have something extra for just the people who are here during the live show. I'm going to stay here a little longer. I found something called Daggerstack. For those who are looking to play Daggerheart, I wanted to make sure I found a way to make characters that wasn't through Demiplane. Demiplane, I don't know, man. It's just slow. It's just really fucking slow. But this is not. It's free to sign up. They have apps, websites, everything. It automatically tracks character sheet statistics compatible with the Daggerheart SRD. Create and browse homebrew rules as well. Patreon for the win. That's right, Infinite. That is right. So, here's how this works. You make your session. You make your account. Blah. Go to new characters. Little secret you can see. I'm working on something for... I have to run Daggerheart for Dragon Sandbox. So I'm making the Chrono Trigger cast from all the games. Right? Well, let's make a new character. I want to show you how easy this is really quick. It's so good, dude. It's so good it hurts. Someone got it. Someone read the UI UX manual. All right, ready? Class. I want a bard. Select. What subclass do I want? Ooh, I want a wordsmith. And it tells you what they do. Look at that. Has everything there. I know it's partially cut off for you guys. Here, let me shrink it a little bit. There you go. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. So much so that I made all those characters last night in like, I would say 30 minutes, roughly. Tells you all your information. Done. Want it. Ancestry. Boy, as a wordsmith, I want to do a Sima. I think that's how I pronounce it, Sima. They even have it to where you can select a bottom feature. Like I want him to be a nimble person. And I'm going to say my Sima is mixed with an Infernus. And I'm going to take the top, which is their Fearless. You can even do your mixed ancestries on here. Pretty cool. And I'm going to say he is I think Underborn. No. Let's do Born on the High Ridges, because he's a climber. Advantage on it. I already have a climb speed. Let's do Slyborn, because they get a Scoundrel. They're good at talking. Done. Next. Okay, let's pick our points. Well, our presence has got to be high. Our knowledge has got to be good. I think our agility, which is sprint, maneuver, and everything's got to be good. Our instinct is going to be a 0. Our strength is going to be a -1 because we're a talker, and finesse is 0. Okay, cool, done. No spell book, but I do keep a journal of speeches because I think it's cool. I just like to add that in right away. I want a stamina potion. I want a letter that's never opened. You can also add your own if you don't like those. I'm going to add a weapon. I think he's a talker. I think he carries something fun. What will we are finesse based. What's a good finesse weapon? Dagger. Man, it's good to handle close quarters. We're not really strong. We have a good instinct. We could do a short staff. Is there anything for PRE? I don't think there is. Oh, I'll do a hand crossbow. Carry a hand crossbow. I'm going to add one more because you can do 2 weapons sometimes. I'm going to have a hand crossbow, and I'm going to say, because we're Simia, we are a grappler as well. We know how to kind of fight if we need to. Armor, Gambeson. We're not wearing a lot. It's not our jam. Then you get these. You can pick your descriptions. You pick 2, or you can custom write them, right? We're just going to pick 2. I'm going to say he's extravagant and loud. I'm going to say his eyes are endless oceans. Oh, no. Ooh, endless oceans and sea foam. Body. I'm going to say he is lanky, and we're mixed with a fiery one. I'm going to say he is tall, right? Skin. I'm going to say he is an ashen gray fur with some rose notes. Attitude. I think he's a rock star. He's loud and boisterous. Then you can go through and say what your community has taught you. Were you in love once? All that stuff. I'm going to do finish later. We're not going to fill this out right now. Okay, great. We're done. So you can resume the bard. Oh, I have to put stuff here. I forgot. What has community taught me? A confidence in yourself. That no matter what, there is a way out with words. Right? Done. You were in love once. Who did you adore? And how did they hurt you? You can also click this button and make your own question if you don't like that question for your character. I'll say engaged to marry until they found out about my other side. Because he's part demon. Right? Oops. We were. No, they. You've always looked up to another bard. Who were they? Ooh. I'm going to say my grandfather who spoke on behalf. I'm going to switch this out of the horror movie thing until I go to the next part. We're going to put the cinema stuff back on. Not in this song, though. I'm not a fan of this song. Here it is. Here, we'll use this one. I spoke on behalf of prisoners. Because we were in like that Slyborn area, right? Done. Now you hit next. Then your experiences. I love experiences in Daggerheart. If you've never used an experience, they are usually combat based and one is something else. I'm gonna say words are stronger than steel. And that's gonna be like his quote. I love having quotes where you can like bring this in like a phrase that you use, right? And then I think his other one's going to be, we're going to do, Do that structured or chaos, or what makes sense for a person who is a public speaker to make things better? I don't want innocent until proven guilty. I want a physical action. Aim, true. It's broad enough that it can be used with words, or I can use it with my crossbow, right? We'll say his name is Tomana. We'll do two ends, pronouns he, right? Hit next, boom. Now it's like, what made you realize you were going to be such good friends? These usually fill out at the table, but I'm going to say, we both were in prison for 10 years, fighting against the king. Now travel together everywhere. Right? Oops, should be one word. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see here. What do I do that annoys you? Oh, God. Talks even during the worst moments. How do you grab my hand at night? Why do you grab my hand at night? Oh, I think our prison was in hell. We both have nightmares. Done. Right? Finish. Character's done. Done. And all this shit's clickable. And it changes the color at the top as you take damage. And then as soon as you hit full, it asks you your action you want to take for your death move, right? So we click this back down, it changes the color back. It even has the same for armors, right? Has your proficiency, has your weapons. You can even click this to see if it's in your hand or not. And you can click it and add notes. Delete them, whatever you want. Gear you can add. Handfuls of gold is here. Your rally ability is here. A journal of speeches. This here is a potion. You can add new items. Super smooth. Now watch this. So as I'm doing all this stuff, I can click my name. Right? I can and it tells you your actions. Short rest, what do you want to do? You get 2 actions. Long rest, what do you want to do? Then it has, do you have any effect? You can add an effect that is affecting you right now. You also have the ability to do your name and rename your name. Although, it is odd to me, it doesn't have a place to redo your pronoun if you fucked it up. It's like, I wanted him and I put her for some reason. But that's here. You have your different wordsmith bar. It tells you what it is. It tells you what you look like. You can level up here. You can edit your character. We'll get into edit in a minute. It has your background here. So you can change your connections if you don't like them after you fill them out. And then here, enable fanfare. For leveling, right? So let me show you how the leveling works. Also editing character. When you hit edit character, you can go back in here and you can change your class if you want. If you change classes, your ancestry, your subclass, your community. You can also change your stats in case anything changes them as you go through. You also have your experience in case you didn't like what you put. And they talk about swapping out this stuff in the game. So they have that here. And then there is no changes found, so you don't need to save anything, right? So I'm going to hit cancel. But let's level her up. Oh, that's my characters and background. Let's click this again. We go over to here. Let's level up. Fanfare. Gain a new experience. Let's say she gains, sometimes you have to lie. She learns she had to lie at some point in time during this. Boom. I would like a +1 proficiency to 2. I want another one for presence. And I want one for finesse, so I'm a better shot. And then I would like to take an additional domain card. That's a new power. That's your upgrade, tier upgrade, done. Domain cards level up. Okay, we're done. We're done. That's it. So if you're interested in this, they even have homebrew, where people have made weapons, armor, community stuff, ancestries, classes, subclasses. And then you can browse my homebrew. And I can make my own brew. On top of this, all your characters are stored. They move between your phone and whatnot because it's stored on a server here. I don't know if there's a way to download them. I haven't checked the Discord yet. But this runs so much smoother than Demiplane. Right? So clean. So clean. The fact that it plays on your phone is awesome. So if you're interested in this, this is called a Daggerstack. Obviously, this person works in the industry for programming and really made something amazing. I highly recommend if you want to try having something on the go, making characters, being able to play this game immediately anywhere. This is the way to start that off because they made an SRD. It's really awesome. So that's it for me on the show. So many things. I don't think I missed anything. I'm looking around like my room is a disaster because there's just stuff everywhere. My new camera worked really well. I forgot my headphones. I picked up new headphones. I don't know if I'm going to keep them. This case, I don't like. They sound great, but I'm not sure. I'm going to give them another week of daily use. Otherwise, I may just order another one of these. This case seems hardier. This one slips out of my hand all the time. All the time. This one doesn't. It's got grippiness. This doesn't. That sounds stupid, but dropping your headphones and having them bounce out sucks shit. Sucks shit. So let me put on our like and subscribe here. Let's get this music going if you guys haven't heard this one. And then we're going to close it out for the day. Thank you to everybody who's been here. A bunch of new people have joined our YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I think we hit 520 while I was gone over the week. I have a lot of stuff coming out. I will be back tomorrow again. We will be doing Rise and Design. I have so much to work on. A brand new game event that we're doing for conferences, for shows like GenCon, GameholeCon, GaryCon. I need to work on that as well. I'll be doing that tonight. I need to print out our Berserker, and I need to print out our Artificer, our Cartographer. I need to finish the back of the Cartographer book. That'll make us a 3-pack set of things you can get. We're going to be working on characters tomorrow to make them printable and easy. On top of that, I'm going to be printing a bunch of our postcards out for our recipes. And then that lets me send out a couple of special care packages to people. So I'll be back tomorrow at 12:30 in the afternoon, Central Standard Time, going through the good old Rise and Design. Hopefully my voice is even better than it is today. Because right now, it fucking sucks. I hate being sick. With that, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to my Patreon members. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. Thank you to all the creeps, ghouls, and liches out in chat that are help supporting the show. We'll be back Monday as well with Mythic Bastion Lands with a new guest star for the next 2 episodes. Till then, stay fucking rotten. Bats. If you haven't liked and subscribe, there's going to be videos up on the right and left and a button to click to join the channel. Become one of the people of the crypt. Thank you so much for joining us today. You guys are awesome. I am excited to be back. Voice not doing well and everything. See you guys tomorrow at 12:30 in the afternoon. Get ready for some design time with good old me.
This is the part where you leave. This is the part where I scream. This is the part where you leave. This is the part where join the horde or get consumed. Corpse talks.